All right, so here I am with Shauna Martin from Daily Greens. Shauna's become a very good friend of mine and I'm happy to have her here. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got started with Daily Greens.
So I started Daily Greens almost 5 years ago at the farmer's market here in Austin.
What were you doing before?
I was a corporate lawyer for practice law for almost 20 years.
Wow.
Yes.
And so how did you come up with Daily Greens?
Well, so my passion for green juice, organic green juice, actually started 12 years ago. I had breast cancer when I was really young. My son was 1 at the time. And 3 weeks later, my sister was also diagnosed with breast cancer. We were in our early 30s.
Does breast cancer run in your family?
It does not. And we do not have a family history. No family history, no genetic defects whatsoever.
Did you find this in a regular breast exam or were you?
I was breastfeeding my son and realized that I had a lump and went into my doctor and he said, oh, it's probably nothing. You're way too young to have breast cancer. There's no way this is breast cancer. But he did give me a prescription for an ultrasound. And so, but because he didn't act very scared about it, it took me several months to go actually do it.
Wow.
And once I went and got the ultrasound, things accelerated very quickly because they could tell immediately that it was breast cancer.
Did you alert your sister to have an exam done?
I did. I then called my doctor who set me in for, biopsy, and then he said, call your sister immediately. And so I called her and she went and got checked, and 3 weeks later she was also diagnosed. It's kind of cool, a side note on my doctor. He's still my OBGYN, and when I saw him this year, it's been 12 years, and he said, you know what, because of you, I changed my practice.
Wow.
Because you were the very first young woman I ever diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was a huge wake-up call, and now I take it very, very seriously.
Wow.
Because I didn't think it was possible for somebody that young to have breast cancer.
That's so neat.
So it's kind of cool.
It's so cool. Yeah, I feel like since I've met you, you've changed. I feel like that's what you do. You're a change agent. You change people's lives and make them better. Yeah, so okay, so you became passionate about, you became a vegan first.
Yes, right. So my sister and I went through 2 years of treatment in total. We both did double mastectomies. We both did a year of chemotherapy, which was really hardcore chemotherapy, was almost the death of me. Got reconstructed, and then basically the doctors were like, okay, well, this is highly unusual. Both of you at such a young age, the odds are not with you. We're sorry. You know what I mean? The odds that both of you survive the next 10 years is not that great.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, great. After everything we just did to our bodies,
Right.
So I decided that there had to be something else I could do about it. And so I started studying about the connection between food and disease. And there's a big one. And there's also tons of environmental factors. So started living an organic lifestyle in all forms of my life, and started becoming plant-based because there's definitely a connection between meat and disease. And really at the cornerstone of what made it all work for me was drinking a green juice every day.
And to this day, you always start with the green juice?
Every single morning.
Every morning?
Yep.
No, I do too.